the balls I have 170 balls. And then about half will fit in this tutor without spilling. And then the other half I put in this green bucket. This green bucket will probably hold 300 balls. So that'll be my goal, to get 300. And then throughout a 3-4 hour practice, I'll hit, I mean, minimum 5 of these buckets, probably 6. So we're looking at 1,000 balls a day, probably up to 1,500 a day, usually 5 days a week. And then if I play that day, I'll come in the morning for an hour and a half and hit serves or something else, just to get in a groove, to get some drill time in, and then I'll go play for 3-4 hours. And then that's about it. As far as balls go, I have Franklin, Dura, I have indoor balls, I have Gamma, I have a P7, I have an Onyx Pure 2. So the best one to get, in my opinion, if you want to be a great player, in my opinion, is the Dura 40s or the Franklin X's. So the majority of your balls, you want Duras and Franklins. Those fly pretty much the same, where when an indoor ball goes through, like a Pure 2 or this Pickleball Now ball, they jump. But it's kind of fun because it gives you a chance to let it go, you know, practice a ball going out. It's different. If you only had one ball in there, it would get kind of, yes, it's repetitive and it's nice, but it's nice to have a little change that makes you just, if you're just sitting here, you know, one ball after another with a Dura 40, it gets a little repetitive, and I don't know if you're gaining as much skill as if the ball goes slightly, you know, less or slightly more, or a little left, a little right. So that's kind of fun having different balls. So I have 100 Dura 40s, and then let's see, 6, only 9 Franklins. I'd like more Franklins. Come on, Franklin, send me some Franklins. And then the rest are just mishmash balls. The balls that don't work are the Chinese knockoffs that you get on eBay. Don't buy those pieces of crap. Plus they turn your paddle yellow. Those are junk. The P7 actually works good in this thing too. The Paddletech P7, but I wouldn't want to play with it because the seam is so visible. It's crazy. It's like 2 halves mushed together and they left the seam. But I would go with the Franklin X40s or the Dura 40s. Plus you can hit a crack ball with this. I have one cracked Franklin in there. I cracked a Gamma ball, and then only a couple Dura 40s that are cracked, but those are from my old batch that I've played with. But I've never cracked a Dura 40 in the Pickleball tutor yet. But I'm not hitting smashes either. Plus it's pretty warm out, so it's probably different in the cold weather.